The red kite, named the unofficial national bird of Wales because in the most dire circumstances, it managed to survive and thrive here. It's a miraculous story, one that spans centuries, and one that we will explore here today. Gigrin Farm became the official red kite feeding station in the winter of 1992, following a request from the RSPB, who had witnessed the late Mr. Powell feeding the kites as and when food was available. We went up to Gigrin Farm to find out more about these rare birds.
We're a 200-acre hill farm that's diversified into feeding red kites. And 23 years ago we were feeding 6, and we can now feed up to 600 a day.
The red kites used to be commonplace, valued scavengers throughout the Middle Ages. However, the red kites were heavily persecuted and driven to near extinction. The lowest the kites ever came to extinction was in the 1930s. Only a few pairs survived in rural mid-Wales.
In 1960 there were around about a dozen pairs. At the turn of the century it was down to 2 pairs. We almost lost them. And it was through the work of ornithologists that started to look after the nests, because although they were paying shepherds to look after the nests, the egg collectors could pay more.
Over a period of around 100 years, committed generations of landowners, rural communities, dedicated individuals and organizations have made great efforts to preserve and maintain the fragile breeding population.
When we first started feeding the kites, we got 6 kites coming in the first winter. After that, the numbers grew and grew.
Today, the red kite population is, for the most part, confined to Europe. Total world population is estimated to be around 20,000 to 23,000 breeding pairs.
Although the population has grown, it's nowhere near what it should be for the areas in which they live. I think there are probably kites nesting in all the counties of Wales now, but as you go out from the centre here, there are far fewer.
The red kites are primarily scavengers, but are also predators, especially when it comes to feeding their young. The red kites use a low gliding flight method to hunt live prey, searching for small movement on the ground. It then dives low and grabs the prey with its sharp talons. As we have seen here today, the red kite's story is a fascinating one, a story of devastating lows and triumphant comebacks. We hope you have enjoyed this video and leave here with some more knowledge of Wales's most amazing bird.